Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm on with my Friday book haul. So I've got a nice little pile of books here. Had a busy day at work. I had books constantly coming in. So it was not too many all at once though, which was good. So we're able to keep up with them, get them all clean, pressed and put away. So in the bins, I grabbed this Australia's Wildflowers. Now, I didn't purchase any books today. I just grabbed a whole heap out of the recycling. I might have had this one before because I remember having a page like that and I loved it. But in this one, I love the illustrations because I like to cut them out and watercolour them and make tags. And they look really nice. And it is nice matte paper, so the watercolour melts into it quite nicely. I hope you can see all right. I'm still trying to get used to filming these with my iPad at my craft desk because I used to always do them at the kitchen table with my camera on a tripod. Yes, beautiful illustrations. And then you've got the photos as well. I did go to the address secondhand shop again because I knew that they still have their half price sale going till the end of December, so I thought I'd go and see if they'd restocked since last week. And I did all right. I'll probably show that sometime in a separate video. Didn't grab as much as last time. I think it only cost $18, but being half price, that's a good bargain, so it was worth it. Love the mushroom there. So some really cool pictures for me to practice my watercolouring on. Don't mind the big bangs, I'm dropping them on the floor. So this is a machine knitting technology and patterns. So I thought I'd grab this because it looked typed. It's not really typed though, but I do like some of the patterns and that in here, and I also think these papers will be really nice to recycle using my big gel plate when I get around to it. So if I find interesting pages, like these patterns I quite like, might be able to do something with. But otherwise I can just print over the top of them. Be all right for a sewing journal. There's a best ever book of astronomy. That's quite a new book by the looks of things, 2003. So some lovely pictures in there though. For a space themed journal sometime. Yes, I'm tired. I had a very busy day today because it was busy at the bookstore, and then after that I took my mum out to pick up a few things at a few different places, and then I went to the second-hand shop and then did a bit of shopping myself. So this is Close to Nature, a naturalist diary of a year in the bush. Some gorgeous pictures in this one. It's $85. Fluffy worm, caterpillar I should say. Beautiful butterfly pictures there. And some nice mushroom pictures. So yeah, this one was definitely worth grabbing. Beautiful blue moth. is flowering houseplants. $19.80. Again, just beautiful pictures. I'm such a sucker for the botanicals. When I moved all the furniture and then I had to move a few of the bookcases, therefore I had to take all the books out. So at the moment my lounge room floor is just full of piles of books because I'm trying to sort them out as I put them back, and going through all the botanicals and deciding which ones are my favourites that have heaps of pages, and I'll put them in the bookcase, and then ones that I don't love as much I'm leaving out so I can try and get to soon and make journaling cards and that with. But yeah, I've pretty well designated 2 of the bookcases just for big botanicals now. This one's really nice, beautiful. And then there was a stack of how to draw books, and I think I mentioned that my son bought a drawing course for himself on the internet the other day. I think he's bought a couple because they just do them in sections or whatever, and he was really enjoying that, which is good to see. So I thought I'd grab these for him to go through and have a look at too, and I like having this sort of book myself to have a bit of a play sometime if I want, and they make it look so easy. I'm sure it won't be, but you know, they really do break it down for you. So this one looks like a beauty, and some of the pictures are beautiful anyway. For a journal, wouldn't mind doing a drawing journal and a painting journal sometime. So this is Sea Life, and they look like kiddie books and that, but really it's probably a better effort than I'd ever make of it. So I'm hoping my son will have fun with them. The newest Pokemon How to Draw. Both my kids love Pokemon, so they might like looking at this one, even though they're adults now. Did a draw gadgets and gizmos. Thought that one would be interesting. Action figures. And the drawing book. That one's quite nice as well. So I think the first one I showed you, and this one especially, will be really good for him. Oh, I should just wrap him up and say, here, Merry Christmas. So this postcard fell out of one of the books. It's Paris. It's been written in, got a stamp on it. I'll have to have a squiz, won't I? Read someone's personal postcard thing. There was this book, The Precious Earth. Let's move them to the side. I love the colour of the pages in this. So I'll be using those. 94. So yeah, mostly just like the colour of the pages more than anything, and the little pictures. Mode and Manners. This one was a good find. $19.80, but ooh, Naked Lady. Has all this sort of picture on it. That one's not very good either. I think he's bleeding out the head. Are they all that bad? That one's nice, I think. They're all a bit risque, aren't they? And there was a book on cacti, which is really cool because I've got a good friend who loves her succulents and cacti, as do I, and I wouldn't mind making some journals on them in the future. This has some nice little pictures I can cut out. So another one on cacti. They have beautiful flowers. Looks like a bookmark. Yep. Bromeliads and orchids. I'm getting a few books on orchids now and I do love them. So some orchid journals for the future as well. Roses. This one had some nice pictures in. Oh, this is a map of Australia. English silva. I think these would be fun to fussy cut out for some art journaling and that sort of thing. Glue booking, 1966, this one. All that sort of thing. Flower arrangement for beginners, little tiny book, 71. I like the size of the pages in this, and I've gathered quite a few flower arranging books now, quite retro ones. Winter. Oh, it is dried flowers. I was going to say, they look like they should be, you know, like morgue or something. That's terrible, isn't it? But still. But they are dried. That weird sense of style back then. Acacias of New South Wales. So it must be 70 something, 76 around about. So I love the illustrations. Some people really like their wattles as well, so I have to make one of my yellow journals a wattle one. I'll just move those down. This one, Shrubs and Trees for Australian Gardens. I've got something about these old books that I really like, which is weird. 1970, this one. But I do like, if I make a botanical journal and it is in a vintage style, I really like having the vintage pages to work with for background pages and your pockets and that sort of thing. Nice bookmark. Might all be black and whites in this one. Yeah, looks like it is. Another bookmark. Might have to keep that one. It's nice. There's some colour ones. My mum loved her grevilleas and we had a few of them in the backyard, and I remember we had a particularly spiky one, and when we played cricket, you know, the ball would go into it and oh, that was nasty trying to fetch that ball. So I didn't like them very much, but I do now because the birds love them, so. And I don't play cricket anymore. So this is punch card pattern. There were just a whole lot of your crafty style books, and they're another thing that I find hard to pass up because I like looking through them just for ideas that I can translate into something for junk journals. Oh, that's cool. It's got letters. Oh, I'm happy about this one now. So you can do cross-stitch letters. So that is quite nice. Shields or whatever you call those things. Someone will tell me, I'm sure. Bunny rabbit. So it's got your different stitches. It's in a different language though, so I'll never be able to read it. It's a whole book in a different language. Rib patterns. But yeah, I love these pictures. I mean, that's cool just to whack into a craft book anyway. And these would be beautiful for journaling cards. And look, it's even got your little fashion pictures. So that's quite a neat book. Very unique. Make some textile journal now, won't I? Oh, I'll never live long enough to make them all. The Patchwork is Sewing Machine Quilt. I like the patterns to make journaling cards and this and that with as well. They even give you ideas to cut paper into those shapes, you know. I get a lot of corners from my, is it the envelope punch or one of my punches? It gives me a lot of corner bits that I was collecting. You could make something like that with it instead of wasting them. Some templates. They look like good little corner tuck spot templates. That one. Nature Library of North America. There are a whole lot of these for different countries. And no, I did not get them all. I think this is the only one I decided to get. Not sure how old it is. Looks like it'd be 70s. Looks like there's some bits that aren't very nice, but it does have pictures like that, which is cool. Oh, that's a lovely wolf picture. I know where that one will be going. I do really like the illustrations. Next pile. Make it yourself. Complete step-by-step library of needlework and crafts. Ooh, purple page. 75. Note pages. I'll be able to use them to back some tags or something. So it looks like it's got some weaving, which is great because I did buy a loom. That I haven't used yet. It's a nice chicken pattern. Take out this bit. Handcrafts. I just think these make really nice pages. Fold them up, fill the pages for crafty journals, retro ones. And some of them give you some great ideas. dressmaking illustrated sewing book, blouses and skirts. So this is oriental of some, don't know if they're Chinese or Japanese or what, but really cool. Japanese. But the looks, simplicity, the ABCs of shortcut sewing. That's what I need to learn, shortcut sewing. Look at that sewing machine. Machine embroidery. I usually just like the pictures of the embroidery in these. Really cool. So you can just make journaling cards or whatever out of them. Then you get the pattern, which I can do something with. Orchid lovers, I think I've already got this one, but again nice and old and retro. It's good to have a few of the books anyway, because then if there's something good on both sides of the page you don't have to decide because you've got the two copies. Also it means that I might be able to make a couple of the similar journals when I do use them. Cactus and succulents, again these are old. 78 for that one. They're almost a bit like the How and Why books. I love the illustrations in them. Basic Gardening Illustrated. $73. That's really cool for ephemera. Look at that. It's got a lot in it. How to grow orchids. 74. Look how it looks like something's been munching on the outside of the pages. This is classical dancing. $81. Got this mainly for the pictures. If I can find you one. Maybe the picture I saw was the only one it has. Oh, it has a few other looks. Silva. Cut that out and reuse it. 1961, this one. Some of them will be fun to cut out and glue books and I'd be a surreal sort of collages with. Great cathedrals. I'm not sure how old some of the old places. That's beautiful. Transport to colour. It's a colouring book, but it's so old. And I love it because it's got the colouring page and then it has the actual page that's already got the colour on it. I don't know if you can hear that. My son cackling away. I have no idea who he's talking to. As long as he's just laughing and not swearing, that's all right. Oh, Japan Library of Nations. I grabbed this one, I think, for my eldest brother. He likes Japan. He's been there a couple of times. So I thought I'd grab it in case it interests him. He plays Go, which I don't know if you've heard of, but it's some like board game. Inventions and Discoveries. I don't know if I've got the same one as this. 2002, but I think it has some stuff that could be a bit steampunky here and there. It's got a few interesting pictures that I can cut out like these. There we go, that's a nice one. Then I got a Guinness Book of Records. I've been trying to avoid getting these because I've got like a few now for glue booking and that, and I really don't need that many, but this is one of the really quite old ones, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that we had when I was a child. Soon find out when I see the date. Yeah, that sounds about right, because this is 73. So I quite like some of the pictures in this one. It'll bring back memories, but some of them are quite nice to use. The pages are nice and matte too. Ugh, it smells old. Got flower arranging. Look at that. That is stunning. So you just never know, do you, when you open a book, what's going to be in there. That's what I love about it. 75, this one. I've got it again on the back. It looks all glossy, but some beautiful pages. The Love of Cats. Oh, isn't that cute? So a lot of these are big pictures, but I think there are some smaller ones as well. 73. Some gorgeous pictures. How Neil Walker Warner paints in oils. So I've got a whole heap of these books. I'm pretty sure they're all watercolouring ones though. But I love them, so when I saw this one I had to grab it. Now I know these won't be fitting in the screen very well, but again, they break them down quite nicely so they look achievable. That would make a beautiful envelope or something. So I'll put this one in my collection for now. And the last two, I got Australia Through Time, 2005 edition. The same old that I show you every week pretty well, with the little adverts and little vintage pictures that I absolutely love. And then my pick for the day, when I went out to the recycling bins, first book I saw was this, and I could not believe my eyes, so I hurried back out there with my bags. And it was this one, The Wildflowers of the World by Barbara Everard. Well, the paintings are by Barbara Everard. Absolutely stunning book, this one. It's not in the best nick. I can see why the store couldn't sell it. It's been chewed up on the edges and it's getting all dirty and that around the outside, so that was good for me. I think I have 3. This will be my 4th copy, although one of the ones I've got's got a white cover, so that one's a bit different edition or something. You can see it's got age spots in it, so it's quite old, this one. But she does the most amazing paintings. This one's 1970, so yeah, it is pretty old. But look at those. Beautiful for making tags and stuff. So now that I've got a few, I won't feel so bad about maybe cutting one up. I'll be able to gift a few pages in the future as well. Aren't they beautiful? So that made my day, grabbing that one. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you have the best weekend. Won't be long now, and the silly season will be over and done with, yippee. And onwards with the new year. So take care, and any of my friends that are in New South Wales at the moment, stay safe, look after yourselves, and hopefully it will pass quick for you guys. And yeah, I will see you again real soon. Got to get on with my December daily, so I will see you for that. Bye.